Do you struggle to make a dynamic, engaging character as a DM or a player? I'm going to teach you a trick from my 10 years of improv experience to help you. To illustrate this point, I'm going to let Brennan Lee Mulligan explain it as he was interviewed about Dimension 20 by Oren Cohen.
Commit really hard and seriously play an idea that is inherently funny. If you design a world that is comedic inherently, you can make it funny by just committing to it, which means that you don't have to work that hard to find jokes. You can just play the truth of the character, and it will be funny the more you commit to the character's point of view. It was just about finding something we were excited to play that would once again create comedic juxtaposition.
Comedic juxtaposition is about taking two opposite concepts and mashing them together. You completely commit to this idea, even though it's absurd, and that's what makes it inherently interesting. I have two examples of Brennan using this on Dimension 20 to produce comedic moments, as a DM and as a player. First, here's him as the GM of Fantasy High, mashing up the concepts of small-town hospitality and anarcho-socialism.
Yeah, and the problem here is, of course, if you go to the cops, right, and you get a real snake, then all of a sudden he's going to get his buddies on the inside. They're going to hold that thin blue line there, and you're going to be in a whole heap and helping of trouble.
You guys are just so innocent, and everything you're saying just feels like it shouldn't come out of your mouth.
Listen, we're law-abiding citizens, all right? We don't belong to the Thieves Guild. We're not any kind of, nothing to be worried about. What you could do is you could make an anonymous call to the cops, right? You get one of them to show up, and you bag him, right? Throw a sack over his head real quick.
Yeah,
I'm not advocating that you kill a cop, all right? Okay. I'm not advocating that you put a pig down. I'm saying what you should do.
Okay. All right. Well, my mother is a cop, good sir.
All right. Well,
Now here's Brennan playing the player character role, mashing up the concepts of rigid military training and wild fey mischief.
So, I am perhaps more rigid in my form and behavior than it would be right for a goblin to be. But know that I follow the code of goblin chivalry with every fiber of my being, and have dedicated myself to mischief, mayhem, sneakery, rumpus, and ruin. With all my might, I shall not fail you in this endeavor.
Prove it.
Very well. Mayhem. Time for it. Here we go. Remember the code of goblin chivalry. Mayhem. A true goblin never does as he's told, never tells as he's done, and never follows a rule, least of all this one. And he takes his halberd and just throws it through a nearby goblin.
What characters and moments can you think of that embody the concept of comedic juxtaposition? And this isn't my only improv tip for you. I have a video with 17 of them to help anyone improve their role-playing and their team camaraderie with their people that they play with. You can check out that video right here.
laws are threats made by the dominant socioeconomic ethnic group in a given nation. It's just a promise of violence that's enacted, and police are basically an occupying army. You guys want to make some bacon? He pulls a mask over his face, pulls a lit Molotov cocktail out of his mailbag, and